Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and give you the key developments shaping things right now. Today is Friday, November 7th, 2025, and we're doing a rapid fire look at 5 big stories in the world of AI. Now, before we jump in, just a quick heads up, and this is important. This deep dive, which we're calling AI Daily Deep Dive, was actually researched and generated entirely by AI. Okay, so let's get into it. The main theme today seems to be this real clash, doesn't it, between like pushing AI out everywhere and these huge anxieties about authenticity and, well, rules.
Yeah, it really sums up where we are. You see adoption just racing ahead much faster than, society or governments can really process or react.
Absolutely. Let's start with maybe the most personal one. This
Yeah.
weird ick factor with AI and dating. The numbers are pretty staggering. Sources show 82% of Gen Z, and get this, 87% of millennials say they're using AI tools, for profiles, bios, even chat starters.
But that's where the paradox comes in, right? Because
Yeah.
even though they're using it, the same data shows 62% of Gen Z and 70% of millennials would be totally turned off if they found out their match was using AI help.
So it's okay for me, but not for you.
Kind of seems that way. The deep dive mentioned the term chatfishing, like outsourcing the emotional effort.
Chatfishing. Interesting. Is that really fair, though? I mean, don't people get advice from friends? Or, even hire matchmakers? Isn't that outsourcing too, in a way?
That's a really good point. It raises questions about where we draw that line on authenticity. The worry here seems more about it feeling, I guess, impersonal.
Right?
And it seems to hit confidence, too. Over half of Gen Z, 53%, and two-thirds of millennials, 66%, actually feel less confident going on the real date.
Because they relied on the AI beforehand.
Exactly. Like the AI was the wingman, and now they have to live up to it, maybe.
Okay, so that fear that what you're seeing isn't real or maybe inflated, that seemed to play out in the financial markets too, didn't it? Big tech took a hit this week.
Oh, definitely. A broad retreat. The NASDAQ composite fell 3%. That's its worst week since April 2025, I believe.
Wow.
And the S&P 500 tech sector lost 4.2%. The numbers are huge, really. Over $820 billion in value lost collectively. We're talking NVIDIA, AMD, Oracle, Meta,
All the big players.
yep, and Supermicrocomputer, which is key for AI infrastructure, plunged 23% just this week.
So what triggered that? Just general jitters.
It seemed to be driven by worries over inflated valuations. Palantir's earnings report came out, and the growth margins were maybe a bit disappointing. That seemed to spark doubts about, how quickly this AI boom translates into actual profit across the board.
And there was that geopolitical angle too, right? With
Yeah,
Jensen Huang.
yes, exactly. The NVIDIA CEO commented that China was likely to, quote, win the AI race. When the head of the biggest chip company sounds worried about the U.S. lead, well, that shakes confidence.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so while the market was sort of punishing companies for maybe being overvalued or unclear, Microsoft is doing the opposite, trying to build trust.
Sort of, yeah. They focused on their Copilot search features. The idea seems to be about building user trust, transparency, control.
How are they doing that?
They've made citations much more prominent, easier to click, and there's a new consolidated show all list for sources, like in its own dedicated pane.
Ah, okay, so it's less of a black box just giving you an answer.
Exactly. It becomes more of a guide. It empowers you, the user, to actually check the info, verify it, and kind of control where you go next with your search.
Interesting. Meanwhile, Amazon made a big move today too, but more on the content creation side.
A huge pivot, yeah. Matt Newman, who used to head up original sports content for Prime Video,
Okay.
he's moving over to become head of live action at Amazon's AI studios.
AI studios, so they have a dedicated unit now.
Seems like it. He reports to VP Albert Cheng, and his job, his mandate, is basically to help creators use generative AI within their live action projects.
So embedding AI right into film and TV production workflows.
That's the signal, yeah. It shows Amazon is investing heavily in the infrastructure to make AI content creation a real mainstream thing. Could streamline production, maybe cut costs.
Fascinating. Okay, so we've got AI dating dilemmas, market volatility, companies pushing trust features, others building AI creation tools. What about the regulators in all this?
Ah, well, that's the final piece, and they're struggling. The EU AI Act, which is supposed to be this landmark regulation, it's facing serious headwinds. Political pressure, corporate lobbying.
From who?
Well, the reporting mentions pressure from the Trump administration, threats of tariffs, apparently, and also big tech firms like Meta, plus about 46 European companies.
Oh, So what might happen to the act?
The European Commission is reportedly considering delays or modifications, things like a possible one-year grace period if high-risk systems breach the rules.
High risk, like medical AI or infrastructure.
Exactly, those kinds of things. And they're also talking about pushing back the fines for not being transparent until maybe August 2027.
But critics must be saying that defeats the purpose, right?
Absolutely. The argument is these delays create legal uncertainty and basically undermine the whole point, which was to protect people before potentially harmful AI gets rolled out everywhere.
So looking at all five stories, it really comes back to that tension you mentioned at the start.
Definitely. You see this constant push-pull. We love the efficiency AI offers. You see it in Amazon's move, Microsoft's tools, even the dating apps.
But we're also deeply worried about losing authenticity, aren't we? Whether it's on a date or trusting a search result or even just figuring out what a tech company is truly worth.
That's the core struggle right there. Rapid tech deployment slamming up against the slow, messy business of global regulation and just, human trust.
So here's something to think about. Amazon and Microsoft made these big strategic AI moves today. Given that pace, how long can the regulators really afford to delay or water down the rules? That might be something for you to explore in your next deep dive.